From 2009 to 2011, Dragon Ball Kai averaged a 9.4% rating share. Unlike Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Kai aired during the Dream 9 block, which is 9 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Episode 47 is the highest rated episode of Dragon Ball Kai with a 12.3% rating share. Airing March 7, 2010, adapting part of 316 and adapting 317 of the manga. And because this is Dragon Ball Z re-edited, episode 47 adapted episode 94 and 95 of Dragon Ball Z. The script was written by Hiroshi Toda. The directors were Yoshihiro Ueda and Shigeyasu Yamaguchi, who directed the Z episodes that were converted into this one. But Yasuhiro Noatari is credited for the specific episode direction for episode 47 of Kai. Episode 47, Awaken Legendary Warrior, the Super Saiyan Son Goku. Episode 47 starts with Gohan, Kuririn, or Krillin, and Piccolo doing their best to hold off Frieza while Goku readies the Genki Dama, otherwise known as the Spirit Bomb. Once ready, Goku smashes Frieza with the Genki Dama, and it takes everyone out. And Frieza's believed to be defeated, until...
It's Frieza!
Frieza's alive, and he knocks off Piccolo and bombs Krillin, and threatens to kill Gohan, until... Goku transforms, giving the episode its namesake. So why was episode 47 the most viewed episode of Dragon Ball Kai? The episode is titled Awaken Legendary Warrior, the Super Saiyan Son Goku. Enough said. People knew Goku was going to transform in this episode, thanks to Dragon Ball Z existing and the episode 46 preview, and surely the adults who are nostalgic for Dragon Ball Z definitely changed the channel to check out this episode one more time. There's a clear jump in ratings from 46 to 47, which persist for a few episodes after. And the same is true for Dragon Ball Z episode 95 when Goku finally transformed there. One other thing is that this episode took place either during or around spring break, so, you got that as well. If you look at Dragon Ball Kai, the final chapters, as another entity, this is the first Dragon Ball series where the highest rated episode came after its lowest rated episode, because the lowest rated episode of Dragon Ball Kai was episode 18, posting a 6.4 rating share. Episode 18 aired August 9, 2009, adapting part of chapter 243 and chapters 244 and 245, which correlate to Dragon Ball Z episode 37 and 38. Episode 18 script was written by Katsuyuki Sumisawa and Keiji Terui, edited by Nobutaka Maki, assisted by Kentaro Furusho, and directed by Yasuhiro Noatari again. The original Dragon Ball Z directors were Johei Matsuura and Yoshihiro Ueda. Episode 18, The Ship Resting in Yunzabit. Time to blast off for planet Namek. After letting Vegeta escape, the cast continue planning their trip to Namek, and Bulma ends up destroying Nappa's space pod. All hope is lost until Mr. Popo informs them of Kami's spaceship in the Yunzabit Highlands. Bulma goes with him and they find an old-looking spaceship, and find out it still works. And it works so well that it gets them close to Jupiter in a flash. The team of Bulma, Kuririn, and Gohan is set to go to Namek, and they blast off for Namek 10 days later. So why was episode 18 the least viewed episode of Dragon Ball Kai? Before the final chapters, of course. Number 1, the fight with Vegeta was officially over, and Vegeta left in episode 17. So the series had reached its first climax and was just having post-Vegeta clarity. Number 2, the episode aired in August, and like with GT and with Z, kids were probably prepping for school, summer break was ending, maybe they had trips, stuff like that going on. And number 3, this episode is a very low-key kind of episode compared to the ones that came before and after. And there would have been so many people already watching this who would have been already familiar with Z and the manga, so they would have known what was going to happen later. So they already knew when the heavy action-packed Namek episodes were coming. This episode did have an unusually low rating, the first Dragon Ball episode to dip below a 7. It was a very uncommon occurrence during the first run of Dragon Ball Kai, but the same couldn't be said for Dragon Ball Kai The Final Chapters. So for part 2 of this video, I'll be exploring just that. So stay tuned for the highest and lowest rating shares of Dragon Ball Kai The Final Chapters. So see y'all there.